Andy Cohen wants to host a reunion with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It seems like Andy Cohen has interviewed just about everybody in the world of entertainment and pop culture over the years on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. But the Watch What Happens Live host still has a list of dream celebrity guests who have never appeared on the show, and it would be pretty darn amazing if they showed up in the Bravo Clubhouse one day. During a For Your Consideration event in conversation with Jess Gagel Thursday night, the People and Entertainment Weekly editorial director asked Andy which celebrity couple he would most want to interview together on Watch What Happens Live, and the host picked a big one. "Well, I'd like to do a reunion with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie," Andy said, adding that he thinks speaking with the exes would be a fascinating interview. Andy also said that Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen could be interesting for a few minutes. He's also still hoping A-listers like Michelle Obama, Beyoncé, Diana Ross, and Justin Timberlake will one day appear on Watch What Happens Live. "I think some people are a little scared to come on the show, but I know they'll leave happy," Andy said. "And so, I await those days." That may be because Andy never shies away from asking our most burning questions, going where most late-night talk show hosts have never gone before. There were even a couple of instances where Andy debated asking Watch What Happens Live guests some deeply personal questions, deciding at the last minute to go for it anyway. One of those times was when he famously asked Shaquille O'Neal about his penis size during a round of Plead the Fifth in one of the show's special SXSM tapings in 2014. "We saw in the research that Shaq had these huge feet, and of course the first thing on my mind was, wow, he must have a huge dick. I was like, I'm gonna ask him," Andy recalled to Jess. "Then I got scared. Meeting Shaq before the show didn't exactly help." He goes, "I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna ask me all these personal questions," I said. "Just pretend you're on Howard Stern." He goes, "Well, I've been on Howard Stern. I made him my bitch, and I said, 'Make me your bitch,'" and he joked. I asked the question, and it was great. The other moment was when Andy asked Oprah Winfrey if she had ever taken a dip in the lady pond. As the words were coming out of my mouth, I thought, this could be my last moment on television. But I did it, and I survived it. She was like, "No," Andy remembered. And then Gayle King emailed. And she said Oprah didn't know what that meant, which now makes me think I now have to ask her again now that she knows what it means. But of course, Andy said that there's nothing like having the Real Housewives on Watch What Happens Live. "We started out having housewives on the show. They are the bread and butter of how this show started, and they are my whack pack, as Howard Stern has his whack pack. They're mine, and they're kind of my testing ground where I can kind of do anything with them," Andy said. "And they're wonderful in that they'll play along mainly." Though Andy famously will never reveal who his favorite housewife is, he said that it changes all of the time. Anyway, he did tell Jess which housewives he always loves to have in the clubhouse. Nene Leakes is a real powerhouse Watch What Happens Live guest go-to. She always delivers. Condi Boris not only always delivers but always rates for us, which is great. "I think people really relate to her," Andy said. Sonia Morgan and Ramona Singer have been absolutely just stellar and wonderful. Erica Jane will turn out some looks, which is really great.